Good afternoon. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a vote we just took on the House floor. It was a vote on the Stock Act. You may know it as an act to prohibit insider trading by members of Congress. You know I've always believed in accountability and openness and transparency in what we do, and I try to talk to you directly about some of the tough votes that have to be taken. And I try to talk to you about the votes where I think the wool might be getting pulled over the American people's eyes. I think that's the case here in the Stock Act today. I was one of two members of Congress to vote no. And the reason I voted no is because what we're telling the American people is that this is a new bill to change the way Washington works. And the truth is, this bill doesn't change the way Washington works. Just so everybody starts from the same page, know that insider trading is illegal for everyone across America today. It's illegal for members of Congress. It was yesterday. It was a year ago. It will be tomorrow. The media spun this up as if members of Congress have some special exemption, which they don't. Bribery is illegal. Taking favors in exchange for votes illegal. Quid pro quo. All of these things that are talked about in the Stock Act already illegal today. And if you do them, you go to jail. That was true in the Jack Abramoff scandal. That's been true with members of Congress over the past several years who've crossed the line. And we need that kind of integrity in government. What can we do to be better? To be better, the Stock Act does not get us there. It simply reinforces what's already the law of the land today. In fact, if you read the Stock Act, and I have a copy of it here, there's a version that we did in the House, a version that they did in the Senate. And if you read it, you'll actually see the ways that it is not making a difference at all. I'll read you just a little bit. Take Section 3, for example. Prohibition on use of non-public information for private profit. The Ethics Committee shall issue guidance that members of Congress and employees of the House may not use non-public information for personal profit. Well, that's great. You and I agree with that. I happen to have brought about 15 pages from the House Ethics Rules today that already have that exact same law of the land. Members may not seek profit by virtue of their public office. Page 2 of the House Ethics Manual. No information received confidentially in the performance of government duties for making a private profit is allowed. Page 20 of the Ethics Manual. The Code of Ethics in Government Service provides a federal official should never use any information coming to him confidentially in the performance of government duties to make private profit. Page 187 of the House Ethics Manual. And on and on and on. These things are already illegal, and if you do them, you go to jail. What can we do to be better? I'm a co-sponsor of a bill, H.R. 3639. It's been introduced by Sheriff Rich Nugent from Florida, and what it would do is require all members of Congress to put their assets in blind trusts so that you don't have to worry about whether or not folks are violating these laws. And those were the choices that were before us today. Do you want page after page after page of federal regulation that does nothing more than restate what is already the law of the land? Or do you want to make a change that folks can really believe in? If you're like me, you're tired of chasing down members of Congress to insist that they comply with the law. Why don't we get out of that business? Put these assets in blind trusts so you'll know no member of Congress can be running afoul of the law. I wanted you to hear that directly from me. This is the political season. And the president's made it clear he's going to be running against Congress and all of the bad things that happen in Congress. I want you to know my vote today was a vote for honesty. It was a vote for transparency. And it was a vote for you. For too long, folks tell you one thing and do another. What I want to tell you is ethics in government is important. You do hold your representatives. We do hold our representatives to a higher standard. We're doing that today under current law. We'll be doing that tomorrow under current law. And we can pass bills like Sheriff Rich Nugent's Blind Trust Act to do even better. And I'll continue to work for you towards that goal. Thanks so much.